Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the December 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for December. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, back to column number 1, Scorpio. What's wrapping up and coming to a close? Let's take a look at your summary card. We have the card Clarity. Clarity is pretty literal, honestly. In this deck, it just means that there's something that you have gained some additional insight and clarity on. But let's go and take a look and see what other messages we have here. The first card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is reliable, it's patient, it's hardworking. I'm getting the feeling, Scorpio, that there's something that you have been steadily chipping away at. I see you taking progress, step forward, step forward, step forward. One of the nice things about the Knight of Pentacles is this means you're getting ready to reap the benefits of your hard work. So if you're not feeling that yet, you will be soon. And the next card that we have is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of having to make a decision. Anytime we have 2 of something on a card, that can indicate a decision. I'm not sure that this is necessarily related to the Knight of Pentacles. Potentially there was something that you needed more clarity on, though, to make the decision. So that 2 of Swords definitely could be tying back to the clarity summary card we had. And then at the bottom we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is typically a love card. This is like Prince or Princess Charming. It's very romantic, very proposal-like. If you're hoping to enter into a relationship, this is a great card for you. If you are wanting to get engaged or married, this is a great card for you. Again, new relationship. Typically a love card. This could also be a new business relationship, though, or just some sort of new connection with somebody, such as friendship. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what other messages we have for this column. Kind of 3 separate messages coming through, it seems like. The first card that we have is the 3 of Pentacles, first clarifier. This is a card of collaboration, skill, teamwork, craftsmanship. Not surprised to see this because, again, the Knight of Pentacles was already speaking to the quality of work that you had here. And so, Scorpio, this is just kind of echoing that message. Again, a lot of great, hard, diligent work being completed. And, again, with that Knight of Pentacles, it's going to be reaping the benefits. The next card that we have is the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is a card of reflecting. It's very nostalgic. I do think whatever this decision is that you made, in addition to the clarity that you gained, it was like you're using your past experience to make a decision. So it's nice that we got the clarity, but it's also like past experiences that are driving this decision. At the bottom here we have the Hangman. The Hangman's a very stagnant card. This person is quite literally hanging there by their foot. I feel like you could have been waiting for this relationship for a while. One thing to keep in mind is, this is going to sound weird, but use all of your senses to navigate this relationship, Scorpio. Use your heart, your feelings, your eyes, your ears, taste. This is about using all of your senses to process and navigate a situation. Not sure how that's applicable to the relationship, but hopefully that makes sense. I think it just goes beyond thinking just the heart or just the brain there, Scorpio. Okay, moving on, let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to what's coming, just general for December. We have the card Stretch. Stretch is also pretty literal, not quite as direct as clarity, but in general it's saying things are going to be a little bit more challenging to accomplish. You're going to have to push a little bit harder, reach a little bit further, stretch a little bit harder to accomplish what you're hoping to accomplish. In general, I think December is going to be pretty busy for you from what I can tell, Scorpio. But it's kind of like going that extra mile, doing that little extra to get done what we're hoping to accomplish. Look at that. All major arcana cards for December column. I always like to say this is like big messages. The first card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card of clarity. So clarity definitely seems to be a message. This information could continue to be coming in from last week or last few weeks, bleeding into December as well. So I would expect more information coming into you. The Judgment card can also be a card of having to make a decision. We talked about that last week too. So I do feel like a lot of this is kind of bleed over energy from the last few weeks. The next card that we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant has a lot of different meanings. This is a card of expectations though. And I feel like just generally speaking, December is really going to be exceeding your expectations. I think the decision you make is going to exceed your expectations. And then also there is some sort of new beginning here down here with the Fool, which too will also exceed your expectations. The Fool card is a card of fresh hope, taking chances, it's new paths, adventures, new beginnings. So I like to see that Fool card. There's some sort of new opportunity coming for you. I always tell people when I see the Fool card, absolutely go for that new opportunity because it just looks so dang good. It will also exceed expectations, like I said earlier. Looking at clarifiers, the first card that we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty. I feel like a situation that could have been dishonest is now becoming honest, and that's a weird way to say that, but it's what I'm hearing. And it's like if somebody lied to you or you weren't given the information correctly, you're now getting the truth, you're getting the clarity, you're getting the information that you needed. This is almost like righting the wrong, and I'm not saying this is like the person coming forward to right the wrong, but it's getting the closure that you need, getting the information that you need. The next card that we have is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. It's new project, new creative idea. This is really going to tie nicely into that Fool card. But in general, you're like cooking up new things. I don't know exactly what it is, Scorpio. I don't know exactly what it is, but I can see it. I can see you're working on something. With that Page of Wands, it's just active. It's new. It's creative. This is like Energizer Bunny idea. You're really excited about this idea, about this new opportunity. So even more so go after that new opportunity because I really like the Page of Wands and the Fool pairing here. At the bottom, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very feisty, very confident, very self-assured. You need to have that approach going into this new opportunity. And I almost feel silly saying that because I don't know that there's any doubt or any question here for you. But go in, head held high, know that you know the answers, know that what you hope to accomplish, keep up those high feelings. You have the clarity you need. You have the energy to push, reach, do that extra little stretch that may need to happen. And just know it's going to exceed your expectations. So again, I don't think there is doubt there, but if there is, there shouldn't be because it's looking really good. Now let's take a look at our next column, Scorpio, which is anything related to money. I bought this new deck of cards, which is like money advice, tips, tricks. So we're going to kick off with that. Your money card says, whether you receive money with a frown or a smile does not change the value of it. However, the energy you hold during the time you spend with money can determine what it can do for you. Really good advice there. So let's take a look at our cards coming through. So this is anything related to job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Scorpio. The first card that we have is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is kind of a gloomy card. You see the sky is dark. The person is laying down flat and they have all the swords stuck into them. There's some low energy for whatever reason, either around your financial situation or your career right now. I'm going to try and see if I can give you some more context there, Scorpio. But I'm feeling some meh feelings about work or money. The next card that we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card with a ton of different meanings, but this is a card of gifts. I think you could be getting a bonus at the end of this year, a raise, some sort of recognition. You could get like a bottle of wine from work or something to that extent. I see you receiving a gift, but I will say there seems like there was an event that happened in the past that we're not so happy about. Like something that happened that really changed your feelings about work. It could be about money, but in general, this seems to be low feelings attached to your job or career. Of course, clarify and see what else I can give you there. The next card we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is kind of having to weigh your options. I see you assessing the situation. I'm not sure if you're debating leaving your job or switching jobs. Maybe you're going to re-raise concerns about this thing that's bothering you. I just see you like, should I do it? Should I not do it? It's very much so like what you see in the card where they're weighing the options here. Let's clarify and see what other messages we have here. The first card that we have is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. Again, I feel like there was some sort of incident that happened, I don't know, I'm going to say in the last 6 months. Of course, that timeline can vary for you all, but 6 months feels within the last 6 months. And it is bothering you. It's really, again, changed your vision on the job or the career. But I will say this is really a good opportunity to set boundaries for yourself. Like, this was really like something you disliked and something you don't ever want to experience again. So if nothing else came from this, the one thing that did come from it is you now have the ability to set that boundary so you don't find yourself in that situation again, Scorpio. So make sure you carry that forward. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card of clarity. So going back to clarity, I feel like we've talked about clarity a lot since we've been in this reading. It's getting information. I will say this could kind of come as a surprise if you're getting that surprise gift there. But this is also about making a decision, trying to decide what to do. That really kind of ties into that Two of Pentacles we were talking about, weighing the options. Trying to figure out how to proceed from here is almost the vibe I'm getting. At the bottom we have the Chariot. The Chariot's a card of action and change and being on a journey. And it's like, from this point you need to move forward. I can tell you that much, Scorpio. So as you're weighing your options, assessing what to do, make sure you keep moving forward top of mind. Somehow we need to move forward from this situation where we're with the Ten of Swords, feeling really low, feeling upset. Again, we know what boundary we need to set with the Nine of Wands. So this is about moving forward, getting in the Chariot and moving forward. Some of you could also be getting a new vehicle too. This is the money and investment column, and the Chariot card is an indicator of new vehicles. So definitely some of you could be getting new vehicles. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Similar to the money deck, I did get a new deck of love cards. So let's see what love message I have for you. Give thanks for the blessing of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all of your heart truly desires. Let's take a look though. So this column is going to be anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you think of when you think of love, Scorpio. Starting at the top, we have the Strength card. I like to see the Strength card anywhere in readings, but it fits really nicely into the love column because this is not only a card of unconditional love, so love from others. This is very much so a card of self-respect and self-love. So make sure that we have this perfect blend. You can be loved to death by those around you, but there needs to be that same level of self-respect and self-love, if not even more. So in general, though, I'd like to see this because this is love from all angles. This is love for you, for yourself, and from those around you. The Strength card with the lion on there is also a card of courage. So there could be something that you kind of have to drum up some courage for this month in terms of love. The next card that we have is the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an Ace card, Scorpio, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Cups, this is new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. So this is like the love card. This is all those new things that we could potentially want. New relationship, advancement of relationship, new friend, engagement, marriage, baby, you name it. So whatever you've been looking for, it looks like it's coming here to you. Then at the bottom we have the Ace of Swords. Again, anytime we have that Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the Ace of Swords, this is typically new clarity. I feel like I have said clarity to you a lot, but there's some sort of new information that you have, and I feel like this new information is going to tie back to that courage. It's maybe perhaps the courage to act on the new information, the courage to act on these new relationships that are blossoming here. Let's take a look at clarifiers though, Scorpio. The first card we have is the Emperor. The Emperor is very long-term. It's strategic. This is also a parenting card. So again, if you're hoping to expand your family, this is a good card. But in general, I like this next move for you. This new relationship, the baby, the engagement. Things are looking long-term healthy in terms of love. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting and delayed success. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've waited for this relationship. You've waited for this engagement. You've waited for this baby. So I like to see that waiting coming to an end. And then at the bottom here, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. I feel like you are going to be well supported through whatever this journey is, whatever this action is that you're drumming up this courage for and that you needed the clarity for. This isn't a solo journey, it's a supported journey, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, now this time, Scorpio, let's go and move into our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. So something to carry into the month of December with you. The next card that we have is renewal. I love this. I love this so much. This is renewal of energy, time, spirits. It's just any low feelings coming up, which is so nice to see. Renewal of anything that you have that needs to be renewed. It could even be your driver's license. Maybe you need to renew your driver's license. Just kidding. But renewal is good, Scorpio. But let's see what messages are coming through here. I especially like the renewal before the end of the year. Like, we want to go into 2023 really strong. So I like that that is the last thing I'm giving you for December is renewal. But starting here at the top, we have the Hangman. We had the Hangman earlier. I feel like I haven't seen the Hangman, and now it's come up a couple times for you. This is, again, that kind of stagnant energy. There is something that needs to change for sure. So at the Hangman, we're just hanging there by our foot. So there's not much energy flow because it's stagnant. So we need to do something to break away out of this stagnantness. This next card that we have is Nine of Swords. This is also something we need to break away from, get away from. The Nine of Swords is a card of nightmare, anxiety, grief, depression, worry. You see this person is quite literally sitting up in bed bothered by something. Again, we need to break up these energies. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. I think boundaries are going to help some, but I don't know that this is solely the answer. But I do think boundaries are going to help you get to that point where we're starting to get that renewal. Boundaries have come up twice for you this reading. But let's see what messages we have here. I love it. The first card we have coming up is the Sun. It's like pretty much the opposite of the Hangman and the Nine of Swords, which is very fitting, what we were saying we needed to get away from. So the Sun is material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. So this is a shift of any energy, very much so a renewal of energy. I'm not exactly sure with the spread of cards how we're getting away from the Hangman or how we're getting away from the Nine of Swords. But with the Sun card and the renewal card and some of the other cards that have dropped below, you're definitely going to. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. This is like reaping the benefits of your hard work. So again, this is like getting what you want, getting what you've earned, and potentially that's what you're stressed about. Maybe you put a lot in and you're not getting a lot back out. But again, this is reaping the benefits of your hard work with that Knight of Pentacles. Continue to stay reliable and continue to stay hardworking. The Nine of Wands is also a persistence card, so there's like this message to keep pushing forward. Again, not sure exactly how that applies to your unique situation, Scorpio, but that's kind of the message, to keep pushing forward. And then at the bottom here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is a very resourceful card, and this pairs really nicely with the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is about protecting yourself, setting those boundaries, and the Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful with your resources. If you have something that's constantly draining your energy, your time, or your money, you can't renew, because if there is a hole, it's leaking, it's draining. So it's kind of about plugging those holes that we have and allowing your energies to renew and refill here, Scorpio. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the Ace of Spades. This is number 37 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 3 of Hearts. This is number 1 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 9 of Diamonds. This is number 39 card. That's also going to be yes. So no, yes, yes for you, Scorpio. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of December. Your crystal this month is garnet, which is good for crisis management. It helps solve chaos, it helps with confidence, and it really helps you live into your power. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, part of the healing process is sharing with other people who care. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Scorpio, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the year and a wonderful December.